There we go. It's happening. It's happening. So welcome to Tech Talk on a Tuesday. Why am I not doing the thing, Jimmy? Why? Like, that's the only reason I show up on Tuesdays is to play this stupid video. That's kidding.
Oh,
Obviously,
man.
that's a
Go
joke.
ahead and play it. We'll wait.
Terrible. Here we go. And it's so bad. Welcome to Tech Talk on a Tuesday, where Corey and Jimmy talk to smart people about tech that is way above their head, but intensely informative, super fun. Sooner or later, somebody's going to make an inappropriate joke. We're definitely going to give away a bunch of NFTs. And quite frankly, we're just going to learn the whole time. If you have any ideas about who we should have on Tech Talk on a Tuesday, please let us know by adding us in the comments or just finding us, just stalk us down. It's fine. Just talk to us. Tech Talk on a Tuesday. It's almost like a historical thing now.
Love it.
Like almost none of that is true anymore. Like, is this EOSIO Weekly? No.
Wait, can you guys
is
hear
it
me?
Tech Talk on a Tuesday? Yeah, I can hear you.
I mean, yeah, the only thing that's like, yeah.
I got no audio.
Oh, that's not good. We can hear you. Check 1 2. Checkity check.
Try pulling it out and plugging it back in again. I think that's.
I literally have no audio, guys. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but
No,
for some reason my audio
hear
just
you.
totally went out because, of course, I'm dorking around trying to.
All right. Well, that was Bonz, everyone.
Well, I mean, we got through most of it. Yeah. So let's while we wait for him to come back.
Excuse me. All right. Hopefully this works. Check 1 2. Checkity check. Can
Do
you
you
hear
guys
us?
hear me? I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that whole little tech hiccup there. That was my fault.
Well, I mean, it was bound to happen when we call a show Tech Talk on a Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It's
No, it was
definitely gonna
actually my
happen.
fault because I was trying to do 3 things at once and I the window closed. But it was weird because before I was able to like have that window open and I could still hear you guys, but that time it didn't work. So sorry about that.
Well,
Anyway, so yeah, how you guys doing? What's up?
Yeah, well, speaking of open windows, here's the thing. You're actually becoming almost a bi-weekly regular on the show, which I quite like because we've got a lot of things that we're doing in common, and I guess we're going to do gratitudes first. I've never actually done this before, but I'm totally jumping the gun on the gratitude. I'm thankful to be in this space with Bonz. Those of you that
I
don't
was
know,
just
I've
gonna say
known
the
Bonz.
same thing, Jimmy.
Thanks.
I was just gonna say the exact same thing, and I'm thankful for you guys. Can I just be thankful for you guys today?
Yeah, that's entirely acceptable.
Yeah, I mean,
Man.
we've worked together for a long time, but like it's fun to do these shows together.
Yeah, dude, I always have a blast with you guys, Jimmy. I've been enjoying working with you now for it feels like years. We started working on Vigor together last year, and we spent many mornings drinking our coffee together and figuring out how to grow that DeFi platform. So that was amazing, and I'm loving being in the uplift. We finally got our plot going on the community plot, our planet. Plot is now being developed. We're working on building a giant museum for all the elements. Like we want to make. I kind of have this vision of like a giant like Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Where like all of the inventors, like all of the the whole wall can be like sort of like the baseball Hall of Fame will be like plaques or like whatever for each element, and like maybe have like the recipe for each element, like sort of like a little info for each element, and make this like sort of grand hall where everyone can come visit and see how it all got started. And yeah, we got a couple cool things going on there. There's a couple builders. There's this one dude, Ark. He's crushing it. He's in there like all day, every day, like full time, crushing it. It's amazing to see how fast people can build when they really put their mind to it. What they can build, I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah, so Corey and I did a new thing yesterday where we just kind of toured around the Uplift world and just kind of like went and visited like some of these people's plots. And I mean, it was funny because like, for a live show, we didn't really talk that much, but I think it's needed and necessary because we could just go around. We met Hodl Eos, actually, another good friend of ours. in the space. We met him on his plot and saw what he's doing, and he was there on the plot, so it was kind of cool. Got to take a selfie with him in the game, and like you said, there's so many amazing builds, and these are just like individuals that are getting in there. So like when you guys have, I know you guys like brought a semi-professional builder on board to like do your
No, honestly, dude, the dude told me he'd never played Minecraft before.
Yeah,
awesome. Those are the best. Hey, before I forget, are you guys cool with and because we need to talk about fighting robots. That's actually my gratitude this morning.
Yeah,
I'm really
absolutely.
grateful for fighting our planet robots. I don't know what the fuck it means, but I'm pretty excited about it. So we're gonna find out about that. I'm also going to Bonz. Are you in the game right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
No problem. We're gonna take the first steps onto Swineland, the active map that exists for real, in a few minutes.
I'm excited for
now,
that.
I wanted to ask you, we were thinking about, creating some gifts for you guys there at spawn. When you first get into the map, there would be 4 different 3-dimensionally rendered elements, like the new land ones that came out.
Right.
And we basically wanted to ask you guys if you guys were okay with us making those.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I figured.
Of course.
Gary wanted me to ask because he's like, he's nicer than me when it comes right down to it. I'm more like, yeah, fuck it, do it, see what happens.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to ask permission, of course. But and I'll just say this to everybody. We've had actually a lot of people reach out to us and they're like, what, we really wanted to kind of incorporate some of your some of your IP or some of the stuff in the game, and I'll just say to everybody, like, we're actually all about the fan art stuff, about people using the anything that anybody wants to use or like to help grow like what we're doing and be part of growing anything to do with our planet. We're all about it. Like the guys, like it's fun, it's all for fun. Like nobody's going to be like trying to rip off the IP and be making money off it. We're not worried about it. Like it's all fun. So yeah,
cool,
go for it.
We're the same way. We love it when people ask. And so it's we wanted to make sure we did the same thing. So yeah, we'll do it. And we're making it for you guys anyways. Like,
right.
You really want it, you could just tear it down. But I don't think you're gonna want to because I think it's gonna be good. All right, so let's do that real quick. Got some gratitudes down. So MBTP, Swineland, baby. Boink.
Swineland.
Yeah. So for those of you
and check this out, there's little pigs.
For those of you that don't know, we went over this a couple of days ago, and we'll just say, right, like, so there's actually going to be continents in the Our Planet map, right? And Swineland is the first of those continents that has been known. And that's first time ever.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah. Yes, there's going to be 3 different lands. Swineland being the first one. We're actually about to be putting out some information soon, so everyone's about to find out what the next one is called.
Nice.
So Swineland.
Yeah, it's funny too.
As a nod to Captain Pig, obviously.
Yeah, we actually spun this world up, and we did not put the pigs here, but there's this family of little piglets that just live here. It just kind of worked out. That's
awesome. So as you know, my daughter's a Minecraft builder. She never played Minecraft before either, so we got her in there, and she immediately knows how to do it. I have no idea how these kids just intuitively somehow. I think it's from watching YouTube videos, obviously, but so she immediately starts building she built a hotel, and then she started building this little farm, and she captured a bunch of pigs. She had them all in like a little fenced-in area, and it was funny because I heard you guys talking about the other day. I was watching you guys. You guys were cruising around the uplift, and you guys were talking about how people were capturing the villagers and putting them in boats and like bringing them all and like hoarding the villagers. I thought that was hilarious.
Man, I spent days and days and days on end in this survival map, just running around trying to like lure like just 2 of every kind of animal, into my plot that I could find. And like, I finally got them all. And like now, trying to feed them, and now it's just like I got too many damn chickens. I need to behead a few.
Will they breed if you get two of each animal? Will they then continue to breed?
Well, you feed them, right? So certain animals will follow different things, and then they'll eat different things. So if you feed 2 animals, it's funny because you'll feed 1 animal and then you'll feed another animal, and the 2 animals that you fed, like this is why it's great for 8-year-olds. The 2 animals that you fed will have like little heart symbols, and then they'll go find each other, and then a baby will just appear out of nowhere, like
oh my god, that's awesome.
Like when we say PG-13, we're not joking. I mean, the only thing that's
Oh, hey, I think there's some global warming going on in here. Oh no, this shader just makes the ice look slick as heck. Nice. Look at that.
yeah, this is pretty sweet. So some of these, yeah, so I'm a little bit. I haven't been paying much attention to
Oh man.
or this world for the last couple of days for the simple reason that I was one of the unlucky ones that didn't actually get my lotto ticket drawn. But it's still exciting all the same to see what's going to happen. So, what fighting robots? What's going on? Like this
Fighting
seriously.
robots, man.
Okay,
Who
so
doesn't love
we
fighting
did
robots?
this land
Like,
sale. Start from
Go
the
ahead.
beginning. We did this land sale, and our planet does this land sale, right? And there's already some questions about this, and we decided to do the what might be the biggest collab in freaking NFT gaming history. I don't know, probably not, but like it sounds fun when you say it.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say that, and if we're wrong,
It might be like it's
someone can
it's gonna
challenge
be
us on it, but we can
it's gonna
claim
be
that
really
and-
massive. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm obviously I'm really really excited about it, and so yeah, you guys sold a bunch of land, and it basically is going to be mining elements. Like anybody who has those NFTs, there's like a number go uppy situation, which I
Exactly.
love. I don't know what it means, but the number's going up, and I'm like, well, that has
The
to be
numbers,
good.
dude, number go up. It's always
Number
good when
go up.
number goes up.
Exactly.
So yeah,
right?
you're right. We sold 5,000 plots. That was the initial land sale. It was actually like we did a as people know, we did a white list. It was actually 50% off. We were trying to basically reward our players. We did the best we could. We came up with a system. We tried to basically of course there was only 500 in each pool, and so inevitably some people got left out. And then of course just on totally out of our control, bad luck, black swine, the whole wax chain like basically crashed that morning. Had to do with like an API going down, gray mass. God bless all the guys behind the scenes that were working hard to get things back on track, but it just happened to be like right when our land sale was going down. So it was just like out of the blue bad luck. But so obviously that was a little bit upsetting. Some people literally just lost out because of that, and that was totally out of our control. But obviously for some people it was really people got lands. People who got them obviously were really excited. There was only a total of 3,000 packs sold in total. So there was like 2,000 of the small packs, which were one land, and 1,000 of the big packs, the mega packs, which are 3 lands. And that was 5,000 lands total. And yeah, I mean, they would have probably sold out much faster if it wasn't for the technical difficulty. But they all, of course, all sold out. As you pointed out, yeah, they're immediately mining. So as soon as you open those lands, they were immediately producing whichever mineral the land itself is on. So basically, to give everyone who hasn't quite checked it out yet, so when you open the land, they're going to be one of 4 types of land, right? There was waxon, caponium, and NFTerium were like the 3 different minerals, and then there's weakenite, right? And weakenite is like another type of material, and that's actually what's going to be like the power for the robots. So obviously, as we get into this next phase of the game, that's where all these minerals and the weakenite is going to really come into play. But as of right now, the land, as soon as you open it, it's mining whatever material. So if you have NFTerium land, say, it's mining NFTerium from the minute you open that pack, and that's what that number is. That's below. That's number go up. So and yeah, and those materials will be able to be harvested on April 22nd. So as of right now, you can't actually withdraw those minerals from the game. But as of I guess it's only a few days now. I was going to say as of next week, but it's actually we're already at 420. Happy 420, by the way, guys. Oh my God, I can't believe we didn't touch on that. Happy 420. So yeah, it's like a national holiday, obviously. 420.
I actually changed the date just for you on the cover image. We usually write it out full like April 20th, but I was like, oh shit, it's Bonz 420, 2021.
Hell yeah, man. So yeah, speaking of 420, yeah, 420 is great. I love 420, man. It's like holiday kind of. So yeah, I got distracted on that, but yeah, so 420. It's already
where were we? Yeah.
In a couple of days, you're going to be able to actually take those minerals out of the game. So it's going to be a whole nother fungible token, basically. That's going to create. There's going to be obviously a market created for this, right? Yeah.
See, okay, I didn't know that you were gonna. So basically, like Aether is kind of out there in the world. these are 4 tokens that will basically be out there in the world that people can buy, sell, trade, yada yada yada, and use it for the functioning of these robots.
Exactly. So as we were talking about, the weakenite is going to actually power the robots. The other 3 minerals, waxon, coponium, and nfterium, are all going to have their own like sort of unique, powerful characteristics. So kind of like you know, you imagine like there's going to be these like 3 different, you know, types of robots, so to speak. And I think from in each type, there's actually 7 different types of robots. So it's not going to be just like each land just has one, everyone just has one robot. There's going to be, you know, it's going to be kind of involved. There's like all these different types of robots, and of course these robots are going to be, you know, that's what you're going to be building them from. So there's going to be like, you know, waxon. If you own a piece of waxon land, you're going to be building that sort
kind of robot
breed.
Right?
Yeah, there's like a breed of robots.
Okay, that's
right?
amazing. So I'm trying to like I was talking to Nazar. Of course, he's the CEO, you know, high mucky muck genius at Weekend Games, which of course did Prospectors and Our Planet and all this kind of stuff, right? Anyway, so I was chatting with him about it, and he was basically saying like the actual, you know, games could be a few months out. Makes sense. You know, there's clearly a lot that needs to get built. So the mechanics of that, are we talking about, you know, like an NFT robot versus an NFT robot that could like do like a Clash Dome kind of battle? Because if that's the case, we can bring that into the uplift.
Wow. Yeah, you know,
we can make an arena where you like, you know, you throw a couple things into the bottom, and like, and then you know, like we should,
the robot
like, that could be really
arena. Yes,
the
arena, and then tie it into the game so that you can actually, like, dude, we were just talking about that last
night.
I
want that at the center of the world.
Well, this, like, you know, I can see people like, you know, hiring us to build arenas for all sorts of different things, which could be really fun. So, okay, just so that I can get it clearly, you know, you know, I've got a robot NFT, you know, I've been building it up, and Bonz you have one as well, and we want to battle. If one of us loses, do you take the like scraps of my robot? Because that would be cool and also sad.
There's a couple different elements in this, like and I know that there's going to be an aspect where you're essentially like kind of you know, it's not always just going to be P to P. It's also going to be like player versus the game. But from what I'm like gathering, like as it expands, you're also going to be able to battle other players, and you can even battle for the land. So like the robots themselves will battle, and basically like you know, how I'm understanding it is basically that this is part of phase 3, is like I can say, come challenge you for your land, and if you want to fight me, we could battle, and whoever loses is going to lose that piece of land, and which, as you can see, the land is super valuable, right?
So now it's going to be, I would never do that. Like,
dude, I know, I'd be scared.
Dude,
I got so many ideas. Like,
in a million years, I would never do that. Like that.
I know,
like,
but then you can imagine people are going to be like ballers, and they're going to have all this land, and they're going to be like, there's going to be some other baller with a bunch of land, and they're going to be like, let's battle and see who's actually the real baller. People are going to be like battling for land. It's going to be awesome.
What about this? What, like, cause like a lot of people wouldn't want to put their land up for grabs. But what if we did something really cool, Corey? And this is on the show. It's not on the website. Nothing that's on the show is set in stone.
caveat.
Right? Yeah. But like, what if they lost control of the building rights for their land for like 24 hours, and you could just go to their land and like build something cool? I don't know.
No.
That would be really neat.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't say no either. But anything that messes with building rights, I'm a hard no, because that's like a big conceptual thing.
Right.
Also, like, lean back just a bit and the sound gets way better, and I still don't know why that is, Jimmy, but it happens every time.
Move the mic back a bit. Sorry.
Yeah, but like battling for pink slips.
There, right? You know, like,
yeah, battling for pink slips is very interesting. Like, to the robots, right? Is really interesting to me. You know, and yeah. So, Bonz, go ahead.
But yeah, there's going to be a lot of strategy involved, obviously, and it's like it's impossible for me to you know, basically speculate on exactly you know, and obviously as the game evolves and develops, like it's going to be you know, a wide range of strategies and how you're actually battling these robots. But like, as you can imagine, each of the robots are, you know, obviously each of the lands are producing a certain amount of whatever the mineral is, right? Like at a certain rate, like, you know, like it shows the mining rate of each of the lands, like, you know, the common starts at 100 is like the base rate, right? And so obviously the whole name of the game too is you're going to be still using that generator. A lot of people are like worried, well, what happens when we get to the fighting robot stage? Are we not going to need the generator? And what's going to be the purpose of Ether? And it's like, no, it's going to be even more important, because as people are trying to build up their empire of fighting robots, the whole name of the game is going to be having more robots, right? Like, you're going to need to upgrade your robot. And in order to upgrade your robot, you need more of that, Waxon or Caponium or NFT, whichever it is, right? And so in order to be getting more, you want to be upgrading your land. It's going to be the same reason, the same way now that people are like buying up mining rigs, right? Like, people are buying up NFTs because they want more ether, right? They want to try to like increase their ether per hour. Well, the whole game is going to shift towards, people are going to realize really fast, wait, I need more Waxon immediately. Like, these robots, I need more. So it's like, it's going to turn from trying to get as much ether as you can to you're still going to need as much ether as you can, because you're going to need to keep producing the fungible tokens that are going to be used to upgrade the land. So obviously upgrading the land is going to require like these combination of elements, right? Like, so if you have like a Waxon land and you want to beef it up, you're going to be throwing elements. It's going to be the same way that we're putting elements in the generator now to create new elements. You're going to be taking those elements and using combinations of them to increase your mining rate. And that's how you're going to be getting more minerals, and more minerals, mo robots, mo beta. That's the whole name of the game, right? It's going to be like, how
we
big
need
of
that
a
meme.
robot army can you make that into a GIF, right? It's going to be all about like how big is your robot empire, and what can, and then it's like up to you whether or not you want to go risk battling your robots and what land, because you can imagine the land is only going to get more and more valuable too, especially as it's like leveled up and it's producing a crap load of NFTerium or whatever minerals, right? And obviously those minerals are also going to have a value. So it's the same way as like the mining rigs became super valuable as Ether price goes up, right? Because now everybody wants those mining rigs. It's going to be the same thing with the land. Like, everybody's going to want those land because they're going to be producing a ton of those minerals, which are really needed, right? So it's like, it'll just keep evolving. And obviously there's a use case for all of these things. There's going to be a market for all these things. And that actually brings us into the next thing. We kind of mentioned this on Andrew's show, and I don't know if anybody caught that, or if you guys caught that, but we basically broke the news about what we've been talking about. It's actually on the roadmap, the FT swap, but not everyone really knew what we were really doing with that. And so we kind of dropped that bomb on Andrew's show, where it's going to be, any observation. If you guys didn't check out that interview we did with Anders, go to Any Observation and check that out, because it was like an hour-long show. It was a blast. We were just goofing off and having fun. Anders is like crushing it, opening up NFT packs, getting like, he got like 1,000 ether per hour in packs like while we were doing the show. It was pretty awesome. So we're building this fungible token swap. So imagine Uniswap, but for fungible tokens like Waxon and Caponium, and think about imagine DeFi box, but for trading fungible tokens, right? Like, it's gonna be sweet. Like, we're creating our own swap, our own AMM.
That's huge. Well, that was the first thing I was saying. Was like, are you gonna have are we gonna have to have liquidity events for getting the Alcor swaps up? Because I would imagine are they just gonna and we could do that. But if you guys are building that anyway, then that's way more interesting.
So, dude, you're exactly right.
I love how excited you are right now, and it's making me already excited, and I have no clue what you're gonna say.
Dude, adding liquidity, dude, that's exactly, you hit the nail right on the head, because obviously you're right. If there's a pool, there needs to be liquidity, right? Yep. So adding liquidity to the pools is going to earn you a governance token. And so this might be actually a bomb that I'm dropping. I don't know if we even got into this on Anders' show, but this,
like, you're describing the next 10 years of my life. Like, I'm just I thought I was a degen before. Now I'm like, oh, I can stake my shit.
Oh yeah. Exactly. It's going to be like, there's going to be, just like, LP tokens, just like governance tokens you earn on any other platform, right? Like Box or whatever. We're going to have our own. So you're going to be providing liquidity. So people who are making all these minerals are going to be able to stake to the pool. You're actually you're making the market, and as a result, you're going to be rewarded these governance tokens, which of course are going to matter, right? There's going to be voting rights. There's going to be they're going to have a value. So you're going to be earning a whole nother token, and then those tokens themselves will also have a market. So markets upon markets, more fungible tokens, mo robots, mo beta. Keep it coming. Delivering.
Dude, that's incredible. All right. So I almost caught myself like, hey, when's that going to be up there? And then I started to like twitch, because I have to answer that question so many times. So I'm not even going to ask when. Thune is when.
So the
Thune is when that's
trademark
going to happen.
is soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
We have a very we just need to know one thing, right? And that's kind of what sells us on it, whether we're fans or not. Like, is it before Ether 2.0? Because we're sold.
That's our inside joke. As long as we get our shit done before ETH 2.0 actually launches, we're good.
I'm pretty sure that's a given because I think ETH 2.0 is like been on trademark soon for indefinitely.
5 years at least, yeah. And like honestly, I actually think they're in the process of doing that now. You can actually stake ETH on Coinbase and stuff. So like they're moving towards that where that's going to be a solution. But I mean,
dude,
who knows?
I don't know. It's like borderline scammy the way that they're like, oh, now there's a whole nother token and you could be earning inflation on this whole other token and this other chain that is not even operational yet.
Right.
And in the meantime, gas fees are through the roof, and it's the miners raping everybody. While on the other chain, there's a handful of pools that are now also making all this inflation. I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
I love our ecosystem so much more. It's just like,
dude,
I want to do
so
stuff
much better.
I do it like every once in a while. I'm like, hey, you need some more CPU? I'm like, really? And like, okay. And I go and like stake like a wax or something, and then it goes away. It's so much easier to deal with. Like every once in a while, I need RAM, and I spend like 5 wax on it, and I've got RAM for a month or some ridiculous thing. Like it's easy.
So cheap on wax. Yeah, I mean, wax is the best of them too. Like obviously, EOS is a little more expensive to use than wax, but wax is so great for that. I mean, it was literally custom built for what we're doing.
And EOS is great as well, but there is like an issue now with the power up model, which I think is great overall. But like for people having to go in and stake just for simple actions. So hashtag shameless plug with relevance. If you're having issues with a 1 day stake because you need to do one action, which sometimes I have on the EOS blockchain, go to Boyd Power Pools because you can get one basically 24 hours of very small stake for free. They've done a great job of bringing that to the community. So do that. But like that's what you're saying, Bonz. This even on EOS would be difficult because you have to pay for their transaction fee. They'd have to come in. They'd have to learn how to power up their accounts and get their accounts. And nothing against EOS. You all know that we love EOS on this channel. But the way that Wax has created this essentially makes it the prime target for people like in the areas of collectibles and gaming, and melding those two things together with DeFi really easy, right? I mean,
hey, Jimmy, sorry.
Yeah.
I got to interrupt you for 1 second. Move your head back 6 inches. I don't like the mic on your computer. I don't know what the hell's going on, but like the second you get close to your computer, it's right. I don't know what it is, but it works.
Is that better?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I don't know. The mic's like on the other side of the room. It's Blue Yeti. So, but yeah,
can you tap the Blue Yeti? I wonder if you're even going through it. You're not.
I am.
If you just tapped it, I assure you, you're not.
God damn it.
Anyway, we can figure that out later.
Oh, how's that?
Oh, sure. That's sexy now.
Yeah, well, we probably need to get on that before like 20 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Moving on.
That's a me thing. So, but anyway, yeah, like go back to our meeting 2 weeks ago with Bonz and listen to what he had to say. Bonz and Terry actually of our planet, and listen to what they had to say about security. But Bonz, you're 100% right. I mean, looking into what's going on with this situation and what you guys are building, and knowing, like, I know where you've been. Last summer, and what things you got up to, and the projects that you've been involved with. And I think like this amalgamation of like staking with NFTs and gaming is like the perfect combination, right? And so I'm really excited to see where these fighting robots and Swineland take us.
Speaking of Swineland, so now we got nice. We got the music coming in. Is that like the outro? Like,
yeah. All right. Like, what's hitting the table?
That's it.
Like we're hearing like dunk.
Yeah, I'm getting exactly.
Dunk,
I'm getting like this constant like clicking like something. I don't know.
It's not happening now. So whatever you were doing before.
Okay, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna be a statue for the rest of the show.
I don't know what it was coming from, but I've been hearing this like that. This weird.
Yeah, no, it's Jimmy all day. Oh, he's just
So
he's just tapping his beverage. He's like, I got some gin. What's up? Sorry, Bonz, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like we got, of course, everybody knows Swine Land was the first land sale. We have our second land sale coming up on the 29th, which again, it's like only like now a week away. It felt like it was like a month away just last week. You know, time is obviously in a warp in crypto land, but yeah. So I don't know what is that music coming from? That's coming from the game.
It's
Is
fucking
that the
Jimmy.
Uplift?
Fucking Jimmy.
You got to turn down that music a little bit, Jimmy. It's really loud.
Seriously, it's just.
So
it's totally. I think techie. Somebody was saying this is amateur hour. Yeah.
Hey, we never claimed to be this professional operation.
Yeah, dude, I never have. No. I almost abhor the idea. We're gonna get amazing things done and never be pros.
Exactly. Yeah. So the next land sale is coming up. It's the 29th. There is again going to be another whitelist. Obviously, we've expanded it to include everyone this time. There will be a large pool of whitelisted accounts. If you are playing the game, you will be able to be on the whitelist. So people keep asking, well, what does it mean if I'm playing the game? If I'm staking NFTs, does that mean I'm playing the game? No, staking NFTs is not playing the game. Staking NFTs is staking NFTs. You're getting rewarded for that. That's a reward in of itself. That's not going to qualify you to make the whitelist. Making the whitelist is actually being an active player, which we are defining as having used the generator. So if you haven't used the generator, make sure you take some of that ether that you're earning and buy yourself land, water, make yourself a mud, whatever you got to do.
Hold on, land, water. I did this one time, but I haven't.
Make yourself a pressure. I mean, it's pretty easy. Like you could make I think now it's like the popular one is just do earth, air, water, fire, and just make yourself a garbage. I think everyone likes to make garbage these days. I think that's like the number one. So it's kind of funny because like when we launched the game, it was like for weeks, all we would hear in the chat is like, what happened? I put in earth, water, air, fire. I got nothing. Now now all my elements are gone and I have no ether left. What happened? And we're like, read the noob guide, learn about what the game is about. Sorry you lost your elements. We're working on UI fixes to make that more obvious. So anyway, so obviously when the new minerals came out, Mineral 2.0 drop, the devs actually made that combination equal garbage. So now it's like we constantly have, for the first few weeks, it was like everybody coming to the chat like, I made garbage, now I can't stake it. What's going on? It's like, oh man,
it's called garbage,
guys.
Where is do you have a link? Can we drop a link to the new guide in there? Because
can you please drop the link to the? Can you please add the link to the new guide? Because basically the part that people need to pay attention to is, and again, like it seems obvious to the people anybody like us, but obviously we know there's a lot of new players coming to play the game and it might not be obvious to them. So we really just want to help everybody understand the difference between fungible tokens and non-fungible tokens. That's a really good thing to just understand in general if you're in the crypto space, right? A fungible token is not unique. There could be a bajillion of them. They're all interchangeable with one another, like an ounce of gold, right? Anywhere on the planet, an ounce of gold is an ounce of gold, right? One air is always going to be worth one air. In the Our Planet game, but obviously the NFTs are unique. They're numbered. They come in a rarity. It's just like any other NFT. You open it, and there's metadata that dictates that fungible token is unique. And so there's a difference. Obviously, all the NFTs are stakeable on Our Planet. If you're one of the first 600 people to create an element, you're going to get the NFT of that element, which of course you can sell as a pack. You can open that pack and roll the dice and hope to get anything from a common to a mythic, and of course that's going to dictate the staking value of that element. The FTs, on the other hand, which are what you get when you generate an element from the generator, those are not stakeable. They do, however, have a value because they can be used in future recipes. They can be, traded on simple market as a fungible token. Just like in the future, you'll be able to trade your Waxon, your Caponium, your NFTerium. Those are all fungible tokens. They are not unique, and they can be traded. There's going to be a market for those. And also those fungible tokens, if all those people who created garbage and you're disappointed, well, you're going to be able to use that garbage, you know, and other fungible tokens like garbage to upgrade your land when we get to phase 2. So keep that in mind and keep stacking up those fungible tokens, because they will have a value, and they will have even probably, I'm going to just go ahead and go out on a limb and say they're going to have more value once people realize that they need them. And I bet all those fungible tokens that are for sale on Simple Market for cheap. So in many cases, there's fungible tokens right now for sale on Simple Market that are selling for cheaper than it costs to produce them in our game.
So
right?
okay, just so I can understand a little bit better. So these like if I buy an air right now, that's a fungible token. Boom.
Right. Boom.
Okay. So and yeah, so that's actually an NFT that I can sell on the on where?
It's a fungible token.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm like. So what does that mean? Oh, it just means there's like it's like a coin. It's like an NFT
unique.
that just happens to be
unique.
Right,
it's okay. it's like a dollar bill. I mean,
like a Bitcoin. It just has an image attached to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's totally fungible, and you know, unlike Bitcoin, it's unlimited. There's unlimited amount of them, right? There's infinite heirs. Right, we're never going to run out of heirs. That they have no circulating supply. They're just fungible, right? And they'll always, one heir will always equal one heir. And but having said that, it has value because it just costs you 10,000 ether to produce it, right?
Well, and the circulating supply is going to be what really, like, if there's ever a situation where you've got a reason to spend a lot of it and suddenly there's no air on the market, right? Like that. And it seems like that's kind of that's how I've been perceiving everything you guys are doing with our planet, is that, you know, people ask me what the total supply of Aether is, and I keep telling them that it doesn't matter, right? Because every time you guys interact with it, you're burning it. So it's basically just like the circulating supply is moving like a bubble through a hose, and that's really going to define the supply and demand economics that are going to define the price.
Right, and there's a use case for it, and it's very obvious. Like, a lot of people are, you know, like that's the one thing that really separates it. It's like it actually has utility, more so than 99% of tokens that exist on the planet, right? Like Aether does have obviously a max supply. But of course, as we've seen, it's evidenced by the fact that, like, dude, every time someone creates a new element, or invents a new element, and they get the inventor prize, like, you know, like last week it was bread was the big one, right? And by creating bread, I think there's still maybe even bread available. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm positive there is. So, you know, when you create bread, you're getting 3 NFTs. I think you're still getting 3, but you were getting 3 as of at least like 2 days ago.
Okay.
And those NFTs, like obviously, you know, they cost, you know, there's a ether cost to produce those. Well, anybody who doesn't have enough ether, and then they see how much that bread is producing, for example, they go to the market and they buy ether to go make a bread, you know, to go make those NFTs. And so, like, dude, as soon as someone invents a new element, like, it seems like the price of ether immediately responds, because you have all these people who, you know, and I've done it myself. It's so funny because it's like, I've literally like been short, like I'm sitting there crafting, and then I find myself short by like 100,000 ether to make just
go grab it.
And I'll just go to the market and buy it, you know. And it's like I've sold ether on the market, and I've bought ether on the market, and it's just like, that's kind of how it's supposed to be. It's like, if you need some, there's a market for it, go buy it, you know.
Right.
But yeah, like, you know, in general, you know, it's a game token, right? So it has utility within the game, and the price is reflected in that.
Right. Hey, sorry,
I
got 100. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we don't recommend, like, dude, like, ether, like, don't like go invest, like, thinking like you're gonna, like, you know, it's the next Bitcoin or something. Like there's 10 trillion of them, you know. Like, just use them for the intended purpose, you know. Like, you know, you can get them for free by buying NFTs and staking them. So like, you know, use them as intended, you know, buy NFTs that you would like to collect anyway, stake them, get ether, use that ether to play the game, and then you're going to be stoked, and then you'll never be disappointed.
I completely agree. All right, help me make something so I can actually get on that list.
Okay, so so buy 4 Earths.
4 Earths. All right.
Yeah, because 4 Earths is pressure, right? That's like the.
I didn't know. That's the thing. Like, you'd be sad at how little I know. Okay, so then I just do this button. I saw that on the internet. Construct. Boom. All right,
now
cool.
Discover it. Oh, one more. Hit it again. Now you got to discover it.
Oh.
Boom.
All right.
Congratulations. Now that's a fungible token, right? You now have pressure. You now have that in your inventory there. See it? So you now can use that to make other elements. That's like a common ingredient that's needed for a lot of like higher level elements, right? Pressure.
Cool.
They're, of course, you know, you know, you need all, you know, there's so many different ones that are going to be needed for later elements, but that fungible token has a market. You could sell that pressure right now on Simple Market, right? And the point that I was kind of making before.
So it's on Simple Assets, not. See, that's the thing. I didn't know where those things were.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. So the fungible tokens are simple assets, right? The non-fungible tokens are atomic assets, and that's sort of like, there's a reason, you know, why we did it like that, and so it's like, yeah, the fungible tokens, there's a market for them. And what I was kind of explaining earlier, it's like some people create those fungible tokens and then they're like, oh, what am I going to do with this? I don't know what to do with it. I'm just going to go try to turn it back into wax. I'll go sell it on Simple Market, right?
Whoa.
What?
I'm just looking at, so I got shit. Oh, hey, the beginner set from Prospectors when we were messing around with that's on there too. Look at that. Cool. All right. Nice. Yeah, no, I'm like slowly starting to understand this thing I've been ranting about for months.
Nice.
Yeah, so Bradley's asking, how do you buy those outside of the platform? You go to wax.simplemarket.io, hit FT, go to a.rplanet, and you'll see all the things there. But yeah, this is interesting. Thanks, Bonz. All right, continue.
And so yeah, just to quickly follow that up, like, people are selling people then sometimes sell fungible tokens like pressure that you just made for less than it costs to produce it on our platform. So obviously there's an arbitrage to be made there, right? Like say you wanted to you know, make a higher level element and you were short one of the fungible tokens needed for the recipe. It's possible that you could shop on Simple Market and find that fungible token that you need to create that higher level element and possibly get it for less than it would cost to actually produce it.
I have a prediction. Inside 6 months, there will be more than one person making a full-time living doing just arbitrage on just this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously,
because Corey's going to be the first.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's already doing it,
I'm dude. No, I don't have time to like. I just, this is when I had time. You know, I was doing that kind of thing, getting 10,000 Alien Worlds NFTs. I definitely don't have that kind of time anymore. But you can see where people are incentivized properly because of the market structure you guys have set up brilliantly. I might add again, and I constantly will. These things are going to be, something that people need to do. By the way, there is a max supply on water as an example. You can only make, what is that, 100 trillion or 100 billion? It's 100 billion. So yeah, it's 100 billion. I mean, that's, it's going to run out eventually.
Yeah, but that might work out to more. In order to create that 100 billion water, you would need 10 trillion ether, and that's actually the max supply. So that's why there is a kind of technically a limit, because you would need all the ether in existence to produce all that water, which is impossible.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so, and this is the thing too.
Just
like,
to follow up with what you were just saying,
go ahead.
right? Like, there's obviously already this market for the fungible tokens on Simple Market, right? And it's like we said, in some cases they're cheaper than actually producing them. Well, in the next phase of the game, when the fighting robots is like the whole deal, people are going to want to be upgrading their land, and they're going to need those fungible tokens. So all these people who are creating fungible tokens that are like, or people come up with like the dead end ones, like say you create a fungible token and then there's no more use for that FT for a later invention, right, or a later recipe. Well, that fungible token obviously will still always have a value, because you're going to need that to upgrade your land in phase 2. So those fungible tokens have a value, and that's the moral of the story. So
I just made garbage.
Tokens, Mo better. You made garbage?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited about that, which I know is super dumb, but I don't care.
No, garbage is cool, dude.
Okay, tell us why garbage is cool again. I know you did before.
Because everybody, that's just like the common thing that everybody makes. So it's really not that cool. It's kind of garbage. It's more just like, you just created garbage, so like now you got garbage. So
but I mean,
it's more funny than it is cool, I think.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna start giving away garbage on the show.
Yeah, you can get. Obviously, it's funny because then the irony is, like, the garbage NFT. It's a garbage NFT, right? Like, who wants a garbage NFT? But it's like, yeah, that garbage NFT actually produces like ether per hour, so it's actually kind of valuable.
Does it? You can stake those?
No, yeah, the NFT version. Like if you were one of the first 600 people
Oh,
to
right,
throw that
right.
element and get the garbage NFT, yes, the
Yeah.
garbage
Then
NFT,
you
of
can
course,
stake
is
those.
stakeable. All the
Got it.
NFTs are stakeable. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but you have to be among the first to crack the code.
Yeah,
That's
one
like,
of the first
well,
600.
okay. So yeah, when and I know Upliftium is supposed to cost some unruly amount once people figure out how to make it.
Oh man.
Which they haven't done yet.
It's gonna break the internet. Like, okay, so there's a few things that are gonna literally just break the internet, right?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, I'm praying that I'm there's part of me that's like praying that the cannabis gets discovered today because of course it's 420 as we already discussed. So when cannabis, like, there's certain NFTs that people just want to create. Like, obviously, cannabis seems to be like, to me, from what I've seen, like, is like everybody wants to invent cannabis, but like whoever does invent it obviously is going to be kind of like God because they just invented cannabis, right? But then it's going to be like the mad rush that we're going to see for people to own that NFT, like to be one of those first 600 to actually get the NFT, is going to be ridiculous. I don't think we'll probably won't have ever seen it, and I guarantee there's going to be people who don't have enough ether who are going to want to go buy some ether to create the cannabis, right? And like inevitably, it's just going to cause a pump, like I hate to say that because I'm not trying to like pump, but I'm just saying make sure you have some ingredients already that you think might be in cannabis. Try to make yourself maybe some plants or like whatever you think would be in cannabis. I don't even know. We honestly don't know what it is. Like it might be sun. Like there's a lot of speculation on what's actually involved with the recipe for cannabis. But the point that I'm making is try to have some ingredients already on standby because you can immediately guess what's going to happen when cannabis gets discovered. There's going to be this rush, and immediately people are going to be like throwing elements into the generator to create as many cannabis NFTs as possible. And of course, it's going to be like a rush. Having said that, the next one is going to be the Upliftium. Like when Upliftium gets created, because the first 10 people that create that are going to get a free land plot, which of course is super valuable. So people are going to go berserk to create those first 10. They're going to be super valuable beside the fact that you created the NFT and you're going to get the super high staking value and whatever. You're also going to get this land plot, which is going to cause people to, again, like there's going to be a mad rush to create those elements if and when it does get discovered. There's going to be a crazy rush for those, at least to be the first 10, and then I imagine they're of course going to be very expensive, so they'll probably be available for a while. But yeah, to be one of those first 10 is going to be crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I mean
cannabis is going to be crazy.
People spotted my 50 million Aether because I never spent it on anything. But that's like, yeah, I kind of want to, I kind of want one. Because if I don't get it, I'm going to end up buying it from somebody for way too much money, right?
Yeah.
Just because I want one. Like I'll take the land. I got lots. I just want to make sure I have one of the uplifting things. It's cool. So just to be clear, again, if you are one of the first 10 people to mint Upliftium on our planet, you're getting a free piece of land in London attached to that. So it's just a little side benefit. And we were playing with that side benefit before, I found out these guys were selling land NFTs and like, hey, you want to make them real land? They're like, sure. And I was like, cool, mega collab.
Yeah, man, that was great. It was a great partnership. We're stoked on that. I can't wait till that Upliftium gets discovered. I'm hoping I'm ready and I'm in a position to be able to
just like
I hope it's gonna be, dude, the way these things work, it's like you have to be like so fast. Like
so fast.
It's kind of like what happened, just like I can't remember what element it was, but one of them got discovered last week, and literally all 600 of them were created within like, I don't know, it was like an hour. They were just gone so fast. It's crazy. People are like really paying attention now, and obviously the user base has grown like significantly. So like people are just like on top of it now. It's not like it was early where you just had like days and days to just like create the cheaper element. Like now, like if the element is on the cheaper end, i.e. a lot of people can afford it, they get minted up really fast because people realize now the power of minting the NFTs. I think early on a lot of people are just like, yeah, I'm getting this ether, but yeah, I could just go sell that ether. I don't really need to make elements. Now people realize like, wait, those elements are actually producing me more ether, and they're actually only going to be 600 of them, and people are starting to see that there's going to be a collectible nature to these things, especially if you have like number ones, just like any other NFT, right? Like if you have that number one, like, dude, I can only imagine what like any of the number one cannabis, like some of these NFTs are going to be, we're already seeing it. Like some of these NFTs that people are producing are making like insane amounts of ether now because they're like getting higher and higher on the elements list, and it's just like they're becoming really valuable. Just the NFT itself is like crazy valuable. Yeah.
I was watching somebody actually posted. I think it was Bullshitbles posted on Facebook this video. There's some guys that were creating one of them or whatever, and they created it and they got a mythic and they started freaking out. And like the mythic's worth $5,000 and it's minting. I think it was doing like 12,000 an hour. But like turning around and looking at that, like so does that mean like every 12,000 hour worth of mining power I have is worth like $5,000, which is hilarious because I'll never sell like that. Dude. Like, no,
dude,
no
that's
way.
Actually I know it's actually insane right now because, yeah, that's actually what's happening now. It's like because the mining power, because the rigs all got bought up. And so on that note too, well, before we wrap it up, I'll say like obviously there's a lot of new people coming to the game. A lot of people are like, there's not a lot of rigs left on the market. Obviously, a lot of people realize what's going on. They want that mining power. People bought up all the rigs. Rigs are now like crazy high. Ether prices now crazy high. Creating elements, everything is crazy. We're going to have another rig sale, and it's not going to be till after the land sale, but there will be another rig sale. So just so everybody knows, so if you're new and you're coming into it, there's still hope for you to try to get some rigs.
Yep.
That's all I can say about it. Yeah, create elements because as what Corey was just talking about, you could go create a bread, right, for a few million ether, and then literally come up with a mythic and be getting like, or a rare or a legendary and be getting like, what did those guys got? Like it was like 13,000 for that mythic that they created, and it wasn't even. I'm not even sure if it was bread. It was like a lesser one, but in either case, like, dude,
you can still make bread. I want to make bread. Oh yeah, and it shows you actually on this thing too. The art planet, and it was actually I think it was JY that sent me this. So I just want to throw this at people. The Art Planet Tools Generator, which looks like a fan generated thing, but it's awesome.
It's a fan generated
so
thing.
Bread costs 4.2 million ether to make. I want to make it though.
Craft yourself some bread, bro. Because listen, making bread can make you bread, dog.
I mean, I love these slogans. I really do. The slogans. The slogans are working for me. All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
use that tool, and you can literally craft items with like one click. It could like make your whole bread. It's like 100-something transactions. Like it just is gonna like just start crafting your bread like one thing at a time. It's actually amazing. Well, shout out to Pigwig for that tool. And yeah, on that note, make sure you use the tools, people. Make sure you read the noob guide if you're new, and go make yourself some bread because breads are valuable. The NFTs are valuable.
I want to do this now. All right, cool.
Craft up a bread. Let us know how to make sure you're recording that. So if you get if you get some kind of high paying thing, you got a video of it.
I can lose my mind. All right. Yeah. So now I just have to. This is the thing. Like you're getting me. Like I was never gonna spend that Aether.
Oh
dude.
no, you got to. Like, that's the whole name of the game, dude. You got to. I know.
Game, you got to give back. I got to exactly. I got to be part of the economic cycle.
You're investing in yourself because, dude, if you make a bread and then that bread is paying 20,000 ether per hour and it's worth $5,000 like in real money, like
so 20,000 ether an hour. I always calculate like how much time to ROI. Based on like, 4 million, 5 million, or whatever it is. That's the thing. Like anything under 100 days, I'm usually gonna pull the trigger. And I think that I haven't done the math on it, but it's probably true. Which is hilarious, right? You buy a house, you know how long it takes you to get ROI when you buy a house? Like fucking 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is. And we're counting everything in like tens of days, which is like brave new world.
All right, guys. I know we both got hard out here at 10. I had a blast chilling with you guys, man. Yeah, make that bet. I want to know how it turns out, buddy. And as always, I had a blast chilling with you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, just come back next week, dude. Like fuck it. Like that we got so much shit going on. Like we'll just make this a Bonz
next
show.
Week we got the other land sale, so there's gonna be lots to talk about, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm okay to have that as like an exclusive for the next month while we roll all this stuff out. Like what because like it's easy, and there's a lot of technicals behind the scenes on both these projects and how this is working. So I think it's good for people to see. And the fact that, Corey recently on Tech Talk on a Tuesday has been just jumping on air and doing all this stuff live so that everyone can figure it out. I think it's brilliant. That's the best, technical ad ever. And apparently you're a really good teacher. I'll, set my shit up properly next week so I don't have to take, the bitch slapping like I did earlier today about my music and my table bumping. But on that note, you guys all...
The music was nice and it just started getting loud and like I couldn't even actually hear what was going on. But I like the music. That was cool.
But
Holy
but yeah.
crap! Did this thing just automatically? I'm on this ARPLAN tools generator, like purchase missing basic elements, and I think it just did it all.
Yeah, dude, it's automatic. That's what I'm saying. It's like literally a game changer. Like it used to take an hour
Wow.
and a half to craft. Like if you wanted to craft the bread manually, it would take you like 2 hours. But you can literally hit one button and it literally just starts making bread. Like it's like an automatic bread making machine. It's so cool, dude. Shout out
Oh
to
my
Big Wig
God,
again.
that's
because
amazing.
And Ivan. Ivan makes great
it
tools.
did
We
it.
have a great community that's really smart, and these guys are like techie and they make sick tools, and like it's all just to like build community, and yeah, it's awesome. And you can just sit there and watch it crafting. It's like, boom, you crafted wheat. Now you crafted whatever. And it's like, boom, it just shows it. It's like you're just crafting. And then
bought it all, and then you just press the build button?
Yeah, you press build. It's literally just going to crank you out of bread. And it's going to literally take like 20 minutes worth of like transactions going nonstop. Because it's such a complicated recipe, right? Like to make the bread.
Yeah.
You're going to get 3 NFTs at the end of that. You'll have 3 separate chances to open a mythic at the end of that bread. It's gonna be amazing, dude.
I'm on there and I purchased them all. How do you make it go?
You press build.
Oh, it's just I'm still actually missing some. That's cool.
It should know exactly what you're missing, and it should automatically buy them if you're at that time. So first, you got to make sure you have all of your basic elements: the air, earth, water, and fire. And then you just go down to bread and you just hit build, and it will just straight up start from scratch. It will start making every single element that you need all the way up to the.
Oh, it said, you know what? It said it was unable to. It's a pop-up window thing, so I'm gonna just build two
it's
now.
A Brave. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, for Brave, make sure you have pop-ups disabled, and make sure you just auto whitelist that account if you have that choice. Like
yeah.
You select the
I'm spending too much ether.
I know we should have started that earlier, and by the end of the show, you could have opened up those. That could have been like the grand finale of opening up those 3 NFTs.
Yeah. I'm gonna end up saving up some ether. Yeah, I'm gonna end up and just have it running in the background. Okay, for real. Like again, like 5 million ether later. That's what is just gonna have to happen now.
Yeah, but dude, you're gonna end up with that. The ROI on that is gonna be fast. Like it's gonna and then in the end you'll have more ether per hour, because it's like that's the name of the game. It's you're leveling up.
This is so terrible.
You're leveling up. You're leveling up, bro.
Part of me feels bad about that, but not a big part.
Nope. Yeah, you got to play the game, dude. You can't just sit on ether, man. You're
You're right. You're right. I'm just gonna start budgeting like a certain amount of all of it to just keep upgrading and keep playing. That's just, okay. Yeah. And then the pop-up comes up and it's successfully purchased that and start crafting.
It's so sweet.
Oh, I don't have enough wax in that account. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'll just go to
Alcor. It only costs a couple wax.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I don't have any in that account right now. So I'll just fix that. Like we even have another meeting right now. I'm just gonna apologize to MBlue right now. I'm not gonna be paying attention.
Yeah, well, dude, like I said, dude, I got a hard out. I got a meeting at 10 too.
All right, get out of here, Bonz. Thank you so much, man.
Right,
like, and again, dude, like even for this thing that I love so much, I didn't even know half this stuff. All right, ciao. Do the chop.
Thanks, guys.